The first day of Prep 9 seemed like my idea of what I thought school was supposed to be. We had small classes, you got to share your opinion, and that was the whole point. The whole point was to talk.
It's going to be a very good experience. It's going to open her horizons, and she's going to be able to see beyond what I'm able to expose her to.
It's way more advanced in learning and everything than in public schools. But it's challenging, and I'm up to the challenge. I like it.
In 1987, Prep 9 was started to prepare 7th grade students for 9th grade placement in the Northeast preeminent boarding schools. Prep 9 identifies bright 7th grade students of color from public and parochial schools in the tri-state area. Upon admission, students begin a 14-month preparatory component, which includes 2 weeks in residence at a boarding school during the summer. Upon completion of the preparatory component, students are placed in appropriate schools and provided the support they need to succeed.
During these 2 weeks, we bring the children here to a boarding school campus to have them see what it's like to actually live on a boarding school campus. You find out how it really is going to be, because it's not like summer camp. This is what you'll live for 24 hours a day when you go to boarding school.
That mentoring relationship, those advisors during the summer months are extremely integral to the entire preparation component. People who become advisors in Prep 9 went through Prep 9 as youngsters.
Well, I'm an only child, so I'm always used to being around my parents and being the center of attention and stuff like that. It's like being away from my parents for 2 weeks, but it was really good for me because it made me grow more independent.
There is a group of students who is going through this entire process together.
There's always this battle that you have with you and your other friends. They might make jokes about you, you're a nerd, you're a geek. Even the way you talk, the words you might use, oh, you speak like a white person. Prep 9 is the first time that you're completely surrounded by kids who went through that same experience.
We dealt with the idea of being a member of a small group of people within a larger community, whether it be people of color, whether it be people from New York, whether it be kids from public school.
So when they go through their experiences in the dorm, in the dining hall, on a sports team, their stories kind of bring boarding school to life.
That's probably the best part, having this community that's a community of achievement as well as a community that is really going through all the same things at the same time.
I thought the advisors and the older students from Contingent 19 were lying. They really had to be exaggerating when they said that sometimes they would not get to sleep until 1 in the morning trying to complete their homework. I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I could spend my summer sleeping, hanging out with friends, sleeping, talking on the phone, or sleeping.
It was a really fun experience though, because you had friends and you had a really big support system that helped you get through it all.
This program is hard, but there's nothing here that we do that you cannot do. The only thing that holds you back is you believing that you can't do it. And if you tell me you can't do it, I'm gonna get 5 people who are gonna convince you otherwise, and then you'll see.
People believed in me in Prep 9 very, very much so, even though I didn't give them, the evidence to believe in me all the time. But they still believed in what I possessed.
What Prep had really taught me is that there are gonna be things that you don't think you can do. And you've just gotta do them. And then after you do them, you've done them. And so you've gone from not thinking you can do something to actually accomplishing it and doing it quite well. The key is having access and actually taking advantage of the opportunities.
Prep really tests your limits, and the people who pass the 14 months can really survive anything, I think.
Ebony easily tapped. Diego India, Andrew.
You have to think of this opportunity beyond your child is leaving home at 14.
The first 3 days I was crying most of the time, but now I'm getting used to it. I know it's a good opportunity for him, so I'm glad now.
My parents were completely terrified. I am an only child. Over time, they really saw a difference in me. They saw the work that I was doing and really where that was gonna lead me.
Kids are gonna be homesick. They are gonna struggle, but that's part of the struggles of life.
The big picture is actually all the contacts that they're gonna do through their high school life. And this is an unbelievable experience that no other place will be able to get. Not even for the fact that they are going into a boarding school away, which will make them more responsible, but also the program itself builds leaders.
Comparing a boarding school to a school in New York, anything that a student wants to accomplish, anything they want to try out, they can try out.
Once you step foot on campus, you already know there are other Prep 9 kids there. You know, there are Prep 9 kids in the 10th grade, in 11th grade, there's seniors. So when you come on campus, you're like, oh, you're the new Prep 9 kid. You know, and you're already part of a community, and you just got there. You're not like any other freshman. You see the campus and you realize this is my school, this is my high school. It kind of just blows you away.
The focus at a boarding school is about you becoming a whole person and you really finding your gifts and talents and actually growing those gifts and talents.
The majority of my college counseling came from Prep 9. You could visit the Prep 9 brownstone anytime you want. Prep 9 is going to know you much better than a college counselor who just met you junior year of high school. I had people in Prep 9 who knew me since I was, 13, 12 years old. I could go to them whenever I wanted. And you're also going through the process with other Prep 9 students at the same time, and you're all getting the same help. I typed all my essays at the brownstone.
You're getting into not something that's like not only 14 months, but something that's going to last a lifetime. Because Prep helps you throughout life. It's not just these 14 months that help you get in boarding school. They're there to support you and help you, and they just always have your back.
Being in the 14-month program, and really kind of every step along the way, there have been all these points where the program has been very important to me personally.
That's just like an amazing advantage that I think a Prep 9 student has, and it makes you cherish that experience.
Sometimes I think about those students who started out with us last summer, but are no longer with my contingent. I feel sorry for those who gave up and decided to leave. Though a small part of me may envy them because they are well rested, I regret that they may continually live their lives thinking, what if? What if I had stayed in Prep 9? What if I had gone to that exclusive, prestigious boarding school? What if I still had the opportunity, support of all the great friends that I made? Do not live your lives thinking, what if? Live each day thinking, I can. You can't handle everything that Prep 9 gives you. You can go through the next 14 months and accomplish every goal you set without ever regretting a thing. It is your choice. You can choose what if, or you can decide, I can. Well, I already made the decision. I know that I can, and I know that I will.